Picture this. You join the army at 16 because the local supermarket wouldn't hire you. You barely graduate high school, move out at 18, but you can barely make ends meet. So you have to get another job as a security guard for $12 an hour. But then ends still don't meet, so you have to get yet another job as a construction worker. And then you're still not making enough money to actually pay your bills every month. So you find out about this thing called copywriting. You're really skeptical about it. You're not sure if it's gonna work or not, if it's one of those online scams or whatever, but you try it anyway. And then in the span of a year, not only does everything work out, but now you are literally making over $100,000 every single year, effectively making you a millionaire. Well guys, essentially this is exactly what happened to me. And in this video, I wanna show you exactly how I did it and how you can replicate the same success. Because if you're watching this right now and you know that you have the ability to make money and have this make money online stuff work out, but you just don't know where to start, or you're really skeptical of everything and everything kind of seems like a scam or it seems a little bit sketchy, well, I wanna help you, because trust me when I tell you, I was exactly where you are right now. I was the person on the other side of the screen trying everything, trying to make it work out. I tried so many things, tried drop shipping, tried Amazon FBA, I tried affiliate marketing, but yet nothing really seems to work. Nothing really seemed to make me any money despite all the hard work that I was doing. And I am fully confident that I can show you exactly how to do the same in a shorter amount of time and with less effort, because I'm just gonna be honest, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no clue what I was doing. I'd made so many mistakes that you yourself do not have to make. So in this video, I not only want to show you how to reach that success, but I want to save you years of struggle and also help you achieve whatever result that you're looking for. Because realistically, there are three main stages that everyone has to go through in order to actually reach their success. Not only me, but also other huge entrepreneurs who have done a lot more than I have. Guys like Alex Becker, for example. If you don't know him, he is actually a business YouTuber, and he just started out as an affiliate marketer. And just recently, he sold his business for over $100 million. Or guys like Alex Hormozy, who started out as a simple gym owner and then scaled his business to helping other people's gyms, and now he just helps any business at all and has a business portfolio of over $100 million. And other people who have went through these exact same steps, just like Sam Ovens, for example, who started out as just a simple business consultant and now has a company called School, where he makes over, you guessed it, over $100 million every single year. Every single one of these guys, including myself, including you, has gone through each one of these three stages to get to where they're at today. And once I paint this picture for you, now your path to making it to wherever you want to go, whether that's 10K a month, 100K a month, or like these guys, $100 million every single year, that path will be crystal clear. Because chances are, if you're watching this right now, you are in the first stage, which is, of course, the pickle stage. Now, this stage essentially consists of a lot of confusion, frustration, and just having no idea what you're doing and if what you're doing is even right or not. And if you're not careful, you'll get stuck in this stage forever. And I'll tell you why. See, back in 2022, essentially what had happened to me was I was living with a roommate. Long story short, me and that roommate did not work out and they moved away. And now I had to pay all the bills myself. I was literally in a sink or swim situation because I was spending more money every single month than I was making. And this was during peak COVID times. Inflation was going crazy, rent was going through the roof, and my income was getting absolutely wrecked every single month. Even though I had 3 jobs and was literally working myself to death, it didn't matter. I literally just couldn't keep my head above water.
So I was humbled today. I was gonna go to work, and of course, my car didn't start. But what's even better than that is that I got no money. Got no money. Just paid the tow truck guy $200 that I do not have, bro. I just don't have it. And that's not even like considering the cost of repair, which I don't even know how much it will be. Nothing like that, bro. And it feels terrible. It feels awful.
And that's where I essentially hit my breaking point and knew that I had to make something work. Otherwise, I was going to be living in a cardboard box right on the freeway. And the reason why this is so important is because this is exactly the type of commitment that it takes for you to actually make something work when you're just starting out. You see, the problem that most people have in the beginning is that they're too comfortable where they're at, so they don't actually need to make it work. There's this quote by Tony Robbins which perfectly encapsulates this point. He says that when the pain of being the same is worse than the pain of change, then that is the only time that you're actually going to be able to take control of your life. So for whatever reason, if your life is not where you want it to be, the number one best thing that you need to do is commit. Commit to one thing, one skill, one hustle, one whatever it is, and don't look for a different one that might be better, or don't end up quitting, okay? It all really comes down to how long you can really stick it out. For me, for example, it was months before I made my first dime with copywriting. And then it was even more months until I started making over $10,000 and $20,000 a month with copywriting. Now, I've shown some of my students how to do it quicker. So how to get like 10K a month in the first 50, 60, 70 days. And then I've helped them scale it all the way up to like $18,000 a month in just a couple of months. But still, for me, I was completely lost. I didn't have anybody there to actually look up to and show me the ropes and show me the way. But guys, I guarantee you, when you stick with it and that first little bit of internet money hits your bank account, there is no other feeling like it, man. I was literally out here doing my happy dance for hours and hours just because I got this one little like $300 paycheck. But the reason why it feels so amazing is because it's the first time anything like that's happened to you. And now your dreams actually feel real. They feel tangible, like you can actually reach out and grab them. And if you're watching this and you don't know what I'm talking about, you've never made money online before and you don't know what it feels like, man, trust me when I tell you it is pure ecstasy, and I want to do everything in my power to help you feel that. Then of course, once you make your first little bit of money comes the next stage, which is the cocoon phase. Now look, this is when you start making enough money online to start buying back your time. For me, this was when I was able to quit all of my 9-to-5 jobs. I was able to quit my security job, quit my army job, and also quit my construction job in order to pursue copywriting full-time. And of course, needless to say, I was completely pumped about being able to quit my job and go full-time with copywriting, but there was still one small problem. And the one small problem is that I was really overworking myself on the copywriting side. I was getting on sales calls every single day, on client calls every single day. I had stacks and stacks and stacks of work that I needed to do. And I honestly was almost in the same place that I was before. I was making all this money, but I didn't have any freedom yet. And I know it sounds like a first world problem. Well, bro, you're making $10,000 and $20,000 every single month, but you don't really have time to chill out. Like, yeah, boo-hoo. But I stuck it out and things got a lot better. That's why the best piece of advice that I can give you, the best piece of advice that I ever got when I was in this stage, is to really just stick it out and embrace the suck. It's gonna suck for a while, okay? You're gonna be making a lot of money, but you're not gonna have like any time. Sure, I was making 10K and 20K a month, but I was working 10 and 12 hours a day and not really able to do anything with that money that I was actually making. But then the key to this stage is learning how to build what is called leverage, because leverage is what's gonna take you to the third stage of your success, which is called the evolution. Now, this is where you take everything you've learned from mastering your skills, from working with all these businesses, and you go ahead and use it yourself. This means you start out by building leverage. Well, what are some forms of leverage that you can build? For example, you can use other people's time. This is what I used. So essentially, like I told you, I was working 10 and 12 hours a day. But what if I hired another copywriter and they did a lot of the work for me to ease up the load? And then I just paid them a little bit of my income. And then sure, I wasn't making as much profit, but then all I had to do was go out and get another copywriting job and do the exact same thing. Now at this point, I essentially had a copywriting agency where I would get other copywriters to write for me. I would hand in the work, I would get paid, and I was also pay them a little bit of money as well. And the funny thing is, I would literally have no idea how to do this if I didn't work with businesses who had huge teams themselves. Because I'll tell you one thing for sure, is that becoming a copywriter, one of the best things that you gain is the knowledge and the experience of being around all of these millionaires and all these people who have tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of $1 million. You see how they move, and now you're able to replicate that so that you can make the same amount of money yourself. And this is exactly what took me from a six-figure copywriter, like a six-figure freelancer who was making around $10,000 working 10 hours a day, to a six-figure agency owner, to someone who was working a couple hours a day and still able to make a good $20,000 every single month. While I was able to work on my copywriting agency for just a couple hours a day, the rest of the day I was able to work on my YouTube channel, upload a whole bunch of videos, and also put out some paid programs. And now fast forward to today, and I'm making over $100,000 every single month, meaning in the span of a year I'm going to be well over $1 million in profit. And I really owe it all to this one skill that I committed to learning after I hit rock bottom. Because I promise you, once you start this copywriting thing, or you start trying to make money online, it's gonna get tough, it's going to get hard, but all you have to do is stick with it, and you will very, very much thank yourself. And that's exactly how I feel, because now I'm able to have all the freedom I want in the world and do things that I literally never thought that I ever could. For example, the other week, I literally just went to Toronto because I thought seeing the CN Tower would be cool. So I was able to just buy a first class ticket, go over there, stay in a nice hotel, and just do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, while still making money. And that's why copywriting is really just one of the best ways to make money. So no matter where you are right now, if you want to make huge progress in a very small amount of time, it all really comes down to these 3 stages that I've painted out for you. And now, if you're a copywriter or you're somebody who wants to become a full-time copywriter, then I suggest you click on one of the free courses on screen now. And of course, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.